Hey, good morning. It is great to have you for a Monday edition of 5 Minutes with Phil. And wow, today's not just any Monday. Today is Labor Day. So, from the 5 Minutes with Phil crew, which is basically just me. Happy Labor Day. I hope that you get to spend that time with your family. Hope it's a good day for you. Again, thanks for joining me. Today, I want to share a verse with you from one of the earliest stories in the Bible. It's from the story of the brothers Cain and Abel, and where Cain actually killed his brother Abel. And there's a warning that is given by God to Cain that is pretty powerful, and it actually is something that I think we should apply to our lives as well. And not that I'm afraid that anyone's going to kill their brother or anyone but who's watching this, but I want to talk about the sin issues in our lives and how do we deal with sin. Take a look at the book of Genesis. Okay, so yeah, we're going to the first book of the Bible, Genesis 4, verse 7. And listen to this. It says, "If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you do not do what is right, sin is crouching at your door. It desires to have you, but you must rule over it." When I was a teenager, my very first job was working for a farmer in the rural part of our area, and he had acres and acres and acres of soybeans that he planted. It's a big crop in Illinois, and our job was to cut or pull the corn or the weeds that were around the bean plants so that they would not grow up and either choke out the beans or they would not clog up his equipment when he would harvest the beans with his tractors. And one thing I noticed about some plants, that the roots of those plants were pretty deep, and you had to be pretty deliberate. You had to be pretty ruthless with some of those roots and those plants in order to get them out of the ground so that they would never grow back again. And you couldn't just pull the top off of it that was maybe seen by everybody else. You had to really get down to the root in order to keep that thing from growing again. Well, I'm using that illustration today to talk about how we need to not allow sin to rule us, but we need to rule over it. We have to be deliberate with those things in our lives that are unhealthy for us spiritually. Just like those weeds in the field. Just like those plants in the field that don't belong in the bean field at all. Those not only have to be pulled out so that nobody sees it, but you have to pull them out by the roots. You have to be ruthless with sin, or sin will be ruthless with us. God said that sin is crouching at your door if you're not careful. And we need to pull this stuff out by the roots. I've often seen people try to deal with unhealthy habits and sin issues and things like that by merely taking care of what everybody else sees, but not really dealing with the things that are unseen by everybody else, the roots. The stuff that nobody has any idea that we do, those things that we don't allow anyone to know that we are struggling with. And if we're not ruthless with those things, if we do not ruthlessly repent of those things and change our conduct from doing the wrong thing to the right thing, if we're not ruthless and deliberate about that, it actually will destroy us. And so I want to challenge you on this day, as you're uprooting things from your life that do not belong, that are unhealthy from your life, man, pull out the roots. Don't just take care of the stuff that everybody else sees. Take care of the stuff that no one else sees. Be deliberate, or it'll be deliberate with you. All right? That's my challenge for you today. God bless you. Have a good Monday. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.